Hey everybody, Chris St. John here, Senior Architect and Dev doing AI Dev Tips. Today we'll be looking at ChatGPT creating fake data for our database schema. AI Dev Tips is a new tutorial series increasing developer productivity, maximize talent, minimize tedious tasks by using ChatGPT and other AI tooling techniques. Share this video, hit the like button, and subscribe. Coming up in the video, recap of getting the schema that we got from ChatGPT in another video earlier. Then we're going to go over some prompt considerations for getting the fake data, some basic prompts, the AI output, and putting it in the database. We'll also be handling any errors that come up, doing a little bit more testing, and then some improvements. This is brought to you by
Instantiate.io. AI tools to brainstorm, organize, and advance a successful startup. Go to Instantiate.io. Free sign up. Over 50 AI tools to help develop your business plan. Track your progress. No coding required, just put in your ideas. Organize, save, advance AI results into your startup plans. Sign up is free, easy, and fast. Go check it out.
So let's look at some of the considerations for creating fake data using ChatGPT for Postgres schema. Data types. We need clear data types, attributes in the schema, integer, varchar, timestamp, etc. Constraints, any unique primary foreign keys, not null. Explaining table relationships, data ranges, text patterns, volume of records needed. How many rows are we going to create? If there's any special characters, enumerated values, or any other special domain logic. We can customize this fake data to our needs. Here I've copied in my entire schema into this input box, and then I've created a prompt that says, please create fake data that follows the attributes and types for these tables in this schema and output as insert SQL statements from my database. And as expected, ChatGPT offers SQL statements generating fake data, but it's only 3 records. For the authors table, that's not enough. So this time we'll modify the input in the prompt and say, please create 10 rows for each table of fake data that follows the attributes and types for these tables in this schema and output as insert SQL statements from my database. And then we'll put the whole schema in there again. As expected, ChatGPT offers us the SQL insert statements, and there's 10 rows for each table. And just a reminder, we did create a Postgres schema with ChatGPT from a previous video. You should check that out if you haven't had a chance to yet, and maybe get acquainted with that. This is what it looked like. We gave it a gherkin scenario, and it gave us a schema. Then we put that schema into pg-sql.com. That's what we're working with right now. We just see here that it was inserted successfully in our Postgres database. Now we take the fake data that ChatGPT created and copy and paste that into the same tool, pg-sql.com. Since these are insert statements, we can put that directly into our query form for this Postgres tool. Keep in mind, you should be using the exact same schema as you put in to the ChatGPT for the fake data. So database and the fake data need to correspond. I was going ahead and copying 3 tables at a time just so ChatGPT would not fail at finishing the task. So I copied and pasted that part of the schema and asked for 10 more rows of fake data for each table following the same attributes and types of the schema, and to output is insert SQL statements. This is returning 10 rows apiece as we expected. Whoops, it looks like we got an error here. Insert or update on table cart violates foreign key constraint. Cart user ID F key. Let's look into that. I've run into this before, and I realized that in order to fix this error, we need to get the order of the tables to insert the data because there's a dependency problem. Some of the data and tables that we were handling first are actually reliant on later tables. We could figure that out pretty easily, but let's throw it to ChatGPT and see if it can do it quickly. I need to create a lot of fake data for my schema. However, I'm having a problem such as insert or update on table cart violates foreign key constraint. I'll give you my schema, and then you give me the order in normal text of how I should do the inserts of the tables. This response is perfect, what we needed. Users, authors, books, cards. So it gives us the order of how we should insert the data in order to avoid foreign key constraint violations. This is terrific. It's a simple example, but on more complex ones, this could be useful. So now I'm just redoing my prompts, adjusting it to the order that was suggested by ChatGPT to see if that suggestion is accurate. Let's give it a shot. And I tell it to watch out for that. As expected, it gave me back the fake data I needed. So let's go copy and paste that back into the query form and make sure that that's working now. Now we're seeing some good results. We're inserting into users, authors, all the fake data. We're going to be using this later to use for some queries. And we're just going to keep going down the list of tables in the schema, doing a few at a time, making sure that ChatGPT can handle the load. And we have our data again, so we're going to insert that successfully. So now that I've put those all in, I want to check it to make sure that they're all in as I expect. So I'm going to do a bunch of select statements, but actually I wanted to just give an example here where you can just ask ChatGPT for that. It's an easy query, but I like to just see if ChatGPT can give me something that makes me go faster. And I get back select all statements for each table, and depending on what tool you're using to run these, you can either chain them together or do them separately. Using the pg-sql.com tool, I do it individually, so select all from books. Try another with order details, that's looking good. So just some tips and improvements on this type of prompt. Remember, the order of inserting fake data matters, but ChatGPT can help us with that. You might get some errors if you create and insert data in the wrong order. Also, don't do more than a few tables at once because the process may not complete. Too long of a prompt may confuse ChatGPT and lead it to not complete the process. Another thing I wanted to add is that you can do additional constraints like price ranges, time ranges, pattern matching, different things like that to get the exact type of data that you want. This is just an introduction, and we're only scratching the surface of how you can create fake data. Also, as always, remember ChatGPT does make mistakes, validate it, use other tools as well, and this is for prototyping. Enterprise architecture requires fine-tuning for your custom cases. Thanks again for checking out this video. I hope you're getting something out of these AI dev tips. I'm enjoying doing it. Please share this with your friends and colleagues. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't miss out on any of this series. Also, make sure to check out instantiate.io. It's the first 30 days of your startup idea that you can get done in like one day. There's something like over 50 tools that can help you out to create your startup plans. Free sign up.